The Lord of the Rings Fate of the Fellowship in the Pandemic system from Z-Man Games is a great game. I think it lacks in just a few things, and I'd like to go over those and explain some rules changes that could make it more fun. Now, I understand the sentiment that is, we don't want to change the rules from how it was designed, but for me, I would rather play like the Clone Wars Pandemic over this most of the time, just because the mechanics are way more smooth and have a lot less feel bad moments in them. So let's take a look here. One of the worst things about this game to me is right here in the setup. You're drawing 9 shadow cards, and actually in my playthrough I forgot to draw any, and I still had a tough time with this game. So you're supposed to draw 9 shadow cards one at a time and then put a shadow troop into the red location featured on each card, right? So as you would do this, you would put one at Isengard, for example, and you do 9 of those. Instead of doing that, I simply do 3, and I only add the character 3 times. So Umbar twice would get one, and Isengard. I wouldn't do all 9. Then I'd do the rest of the 6 cards that I would need, and then that's it. This helps a lot with just starting out in the game as well. Another thing I like to do is start with 2 of these, and these are the 3 that I would usually choose from. The ring, because it's hard to get rings near the end of the game, and if you're not playing as Faramir, then it's harder to get those rings, because Faramir lets you be able to get discarded ring cards. Another one is the Fellowship icon, because if you are not playing with Merry and Pippin here, then you're not able to gain them as easily throughout the game, and you need them to pass by certain things and a lot of these places that Frodo might need to go by. Another and very important one is a cloak. You need to use a cloak to pass through any of these spaces. Whenever they travel anywhere, it's hard to get cloaks sometimes. So that's another fix that I like to do. And for the last thing, nothing feels worse than when you're looking for a card, you need that ring, or you need that cloak, or something like that, and you can't get it. You're taking turn after turn, you're just sitting in a haven playing the waiting game. So if you're over in Mount Doom here, and you're just sitting there waiting, and you're trying to draw a ring, and you can't seem to draw a ring. What I do is, you can take any, on your turn you can trade any 4 cards in for any other symbol. So you could trade these 4 cards in, for example, and get the ring that you needed. Or, alternatively, you could trade 3 matching symbols in. So if I had this hand, I could trade 3 of these for any one symbol. And to me, that helps mitigate the waiting game that you can have of just sitting there, not really playing the game. And that's the major flaw in this game. Other than that, it is an amazing game, and when you play with especially that rule, it makes it a lot more fun. Adds so much to the fun factor of this game. So I hope that helped you, and leave your comments what you think about these rules and any that you might have that can help the flow of the game and help it feel just more enjoyable for everyone.